while back we did a show on Macs versus PCs and didn't tell you which one wasn't not better than the other. Now we're going to pay attention to the third group that we didn't not forget to not tell you about. Linux. The one with the penguin. Why did we ignore it? Because we knew barely anything about it. But all that's changed. We're experts now. My friend gave me her old Dell laptop and I installed Ubuntu Linux on it. Ubuntu? Expert. Why do they make these things so hard to pronounce? I entered into a brand new era for my techno-social life. I call it Linux, my time among the mole people. Now I've done a minor amount of work on Unix-based servers before, and I know enough to be dangerous in the command line. rm-r/. Okay. I put together a shell script or two. I've even done that make thing a couple of times. Oh yeah, I'm a real black hat. Why mole people? Well, most of the Linux guys I know prefer the dark. Maybe it's so they can see their monitors better. I don't know. But it's also because they belong to the technological underground. They choose to reject the tech-established overlords and defy the nerd worship that takes place in the Mac and PC culture. Maybe they worship that Linus guy. Or penguins. Tangent! Which is it, nerd or geek? While both definitions refer to a socially inept individual, a geek is a circus sideshow freak, while a nerd is considered intelligent to a fault. But now, since no one bothers to look up the definitions, both of them essentially mean the same thing. Someone that's better at using technology than you are. Where was I? Ubuntu. My biggest problem after the install was that the driver for the wireless card on the computer that I had didn't work. Now, it had an automatic updating software application, but I couldn't use it because I didn't have the internet, because I didn't have the driver for the wireless card. It's a classic catch-22. So I used a different computer to poke around the internet and follow the manual install instructions, and it didn't work. So I checked it again, I did it again, and it still didn't work. So I went looking for more instructions, and I tried those, and they didn't work either. It was a brand new experience in user hostility. It's like they didn't want me to solve the problem. Who are they? Penguins. Eventually I went to a place where I could physically connect my machine to a router, and I got online and I ran the updater, and magically, it worked. Yeah, I did it the backwards way. Snicker all you want. Hindsight's 20/20. And I don't really care. I was really excited. Maybe this whole counter-tech culture mole people thing could work for me. I mean, the machine worked, and that's a good start. Why so interested in going through all the trouble? Well, there's a really big upside if you can handle the tech parts of being molinated. Virtually everything is free. And I love free, and you love free, because we're cheap like that. That's right, there's Firefox to browse the web, and it's free. There's OpenOffice to do all your office work, and it's free. There's a photo software and a media player and games and pretty much anything you want or will ever need. And it's all free. And that is a real upside for people who don't have any money. And don't like to pay for things. And counterculture is catching on. You see, I've seen Linux-based laptops for sale at Target for a lot less than their Windows equivalents. And with all the money you save on operating systems and cost of software, you can probably pay the nearest mole to surface and fix your machine whenever it has any issues. If it ever has any issues. I mean, it's designed to survive the cold, harsh underworld. It's got to be pretty tough. Don't moles eat worms? And viruses? And Trojans? And other bad things? I was really surprised at the interface too, because there's very little difference in terms of ease of use. Point, click, fancy effect. Point, click, fancy effect. If someone set up a computer like this for my mom and gave her a little tech support now and then, I think she could totally use it. Which honestly is no different from a Mac or PC. I mean, we set up her computer now and take support calls. Now click that one. No, not that one, the other one. Yeah, with the mouse. Click it with the mouse. Yeah, okay. It's not working. What do you mean it's not working? You click it with the mouse. Actually, my mom's pretty tech savvy. She's moved on to video conferencing. Here's the bottom line. For those of you that have messed around with command line like in the Mac terminal application or in the DOS prompt, you should really give it a try. I mean, pick up some flavor of Linux and install it on an old drive and dig in. I think you'll like it. But if everything I've talked about seems really scary to you, and you have no idea how to Google a solution to a tech problem, or implement a Googled solution to a tech problem, you probably won't be very happy as a resident of Mole City. Hidden from the world, Mole City is a place where your software is dirty, but free.